Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see an introduction to DBT. In today's data-driven world, raw data isn't enough. To extract real value, data must be cleansed, transformed, tested and well documented while keeping the workflows efficient and collaborative. This is where DBT, that is Data Build Tool, comes into picture. DBT has become one of most essential tool in modern data stack. In this video, we will explore what DBT is, how it fits into the ETL model, and how it can transform your analytics workflow. First, let's see what is DBT. DBT is a modern transformation tool built specifically for in-warehouse transformations. It empowers data analysts and engineers to build reliable and scalable data model using nothing but SQL. There is no need of complex code or external orchestration tools. One of the best things about DBT is that it allows you to treat your data like code. That means you can get benefits like version controlling, testing, documentation, and collaboration. Instead of traditional ETL flow, DBT fits perfectly into modern ELT model, where data is extracted, loaded into the data warehouse, and then transformed using DBT directly in the warehouse. Now let's talk about the difference between ETL and ELT, the two common data integration platforms. In ETL process, data is first extracted from the source system, then transformed outside the data warehouse in a staging area. Finally, it loads into the warehouse. But this approach has limitations. It requires external infrastructure and makes it harder to access or trace back to raw data. Now let's compare this with ELT, that is extract, load and transform. In ELT, raw data is extracted and immediately loaded into the data warehouse. The transformation happens inside the warehouse using tools like DBT. Now let's see the ELT process. In ELT, data follows a streamlined flow. The data is extracted from the source system and loaded into the warehouse using other ETL tools. The data is first stored as raw data, typically in the staging schema. Then DBT takes over, transforming this raw data into clean, structured, and analytic-ready model using just SQL. Now let's see the overview of DBT. The first step is getting the data into the warehouse. This is done by external tool which handles the extraction and loading process. The next step is the raw data in the data warehouse. Once the data is extracted and loaded by external tools, it resides in the data warehouse as raw data. This is where DBT starts its work. DBT connects to the warehouse and begins transforming this raw data into clean structured model. All using SQL and all happens inside the warehouse. DBT supports a wide range of core features. Some of the key features are snapshot. It captures the changes over time. This is useful for tracking history in slowly changing dimension. DBT supports transform. DBT builds model by writing simple, readable select queries. DBT supports testing. DBT validates your data quality with a built-in tests like not null, unique, and referential integrity. DBT supports deployment. It automates run using DBT Cloud or orchestration tools like Airflow. DBT supports documentation. It automatically generates documentation and lineage for every model in your project. DBT also supports incremental models, which means that it processes only new or changed records instead of the entire dataset every time. Another major enhancement is Jinja macros. This allows you to write dynamic, reusable SQL logics so that you can avoid repetition and simplify complex queries. Next, let's look at some of the engineering best practices that DBT supports. DBT makes it easy to follow modern development standards by enabling Git-based version control. This allows team to track changes, collaborate efficiently, and roll back if needed. It also provides alerts on failures so that you can immediately notify if something goes wrong during the run. With DBT's detailed logging, you can monitor every steps of your pipeline, from model build to test results, making it easy to audit and troubleshoot your workflows. Finally, let's talk about output of all this transformation work, the transformed data. With DBT, the raw data is cleansed, structured, and modeled into formats that are ready for analysis. These transformed models are typically materialized as view or tables in data warehouse. This means that analysts and data scientists can now work directly with reliable and well-defined dataset without worrying about raw or messy data. Finally, let's talk about what happens after the data is transformed. The downstream consumers. Once DBT has created clean and reliable models, the transformed data is ready to be consumed by BI tools and data science workflows. This enables team to build dashboards, run analysis, and develop machine learning models, all based on trusted and well-structured data. Let's wrap up with the role of data warehouse. Data warehouse acts as a central hub and the single source of truth for the organization. DBT performs all transformations within the data warehouse and keeps the data centralized, secure, and avoid any unnecessary movement of external systems. This approach ensures everything stays in one place, easy to manage, reliable, and ready for analysis. DBT comes with two main products, DBT Core and DBT Cloud. DBT Core is an open source command line tool that runs locally. It is perfect for all developers who are comfortable using SQL and Git and perform more control over their workflows. On the other hand, DBT Cloud is a fully managed service. It comes with user-friendly interface, job scheduling, logging, and team collaboration features, making it ideal for production environments and large teams. DBT is a powerful tool that brings modern data engineering practice to data transformation. It lets you build reliable, scalable, analytical ready data models right inside your data warehouse. I hope you got a fair idea of the introduction of DBT. We will see the practical implementation of DBT in the upcoming videos, and I'm sure that you learned something new today. If you do like this video, please consider to subscribe, and I'll see you in yet another interesting video. Thank you.